He's lost. He's alone. And he's 3 million light years from home. In spring 2002, only in theaters,
I'm keeping it.
Steven Spielberg's masterpiece will come to life.
Home.
For a whole new generation. Experience the mystery.
Wait, what is it? I don't know. So scary.
The wonder.
What's happening?
The call.
E.T. Phone home.
That started it all. With never before seen footage, enhanced special effects, and an all-new digitally remastered soundtrack. The extraordinary 20th anniversary edition. E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
I'll be right here.
Well, we did the top movie of 1988. Why not do the top movie of 1982? And that was E.T. So after we E.T. phone home, I will review the movie right after this.
The world is finally coming home on video cassette. It's a story filled with laughter, love, and wonder. Steven Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Available on video cassette starting October 27th. E.T. the Extraterrestrial will be priced at $24.95. Pepsi has a special $5 rebate with a qualified Pepsi purchase, lowering the price to only $19.95. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Bring him home to your home. To guarantee your E.T., advance sales can be made by calling 1-800-257-1333 or send $24.95 plus $4 shipping and handling to E.T., P.O. Box 8660, Atlanta, Georgia. Absolutely no CODs accepted. E.T. will arrive after October 27th. Call now 1-800-257-1333.
So I know you're probably wondering why I'm doing another commercial that has to do with the movie. Well, it just makes sense because when I was a young lad, when these came out on VHS, I was very excited, and this is how much they were: $24.95 for a brand spanking new VHS movie that I was dying to buy. So yes, they were very, very expensive, but very, very cool. And like I said, we had to wait months for that bad boy to come out. They didn't just come out on a streaming service a day after they were in theaters. So it was well worth the wait for some of these movies. Not all of them. But this one, of course, came out in 1982. I was born in 1983. And we got the VHS in 1989.
10-year-old.
Actually, no, I take that back. I think we got it in 87 or 88. I forgot. I was in preschool.
I wasn't alive for any of it.
No, but they were very, very fun times. So we did watch I don't remember who got it. I think it was my mom that actually got this movie. So I remember we watched it with our family. We watched this, believe it or not. So this is E.T. the Extraterrestrial. And I guess that they brought this back into movie theaters, which I did not know until I put on the trailer. Because unfortunately, there's no trailer on my DVD. So this was obviously the big movie in 1982. I did look up some movies in there, and I didn't really recognize a whole lot of them. But obviously, this was the top dog. So this does star Dee Wallace as the mother to Elliot, Girdle, and Michael. And she was in The Howling, The Hills Have Eyes, the original movie, and also Cujo.
Nope.
Really, 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 and really. And Henry Thomas plays Elliot. Okay, I was kind of waiting for the who is that, which would have.
So who the heck is that?
His big movie was this one. So we are moving on to Robert McNaughton, who plays Michael.
And who's that?
That's a great question. But he was in a movie called The Electric Grandma. So I just wanted to throw that in there because it sounded really funny. I'm sure everybody has seen The Electric Grandma. I would love to see The Electric Grandma. So,
Never have you seen that?
oh, of course he's the electric grandpa doggy. That is what he is. He's still up and moving, just not as well. So moving on from Robert McNaughton, Drew Barrymore actually plays Girdle.
Who's that?
Well, I was going to laugh at the name Girdle first, but I guess I guess we'll go with what she was in. She was obviously in the. I don't know why I'm naming this one first, but she was in the movie Scream.
Oh, wow, I thought you were named the first page.
No, Scream. She doesn't last long, but she has a.
At the beginning, I just took a joke.
She. Spoiler alert: she's the first one killed. She was also
Hey,
in.
that's what I'll pick them up who've seen that movie.
They probably have. She was in 51st Dates. She was in The Wedding Singer.
Never seen it.
Never Been Kissed. That's the movie I was going to bring up. That's the one
Never seen it.
I haven't either. She actually has her own talk show now. I'm trying to remember what else she was in that I would have seen before Scream. I don't think she was in really anything else that I would have seen anyways. Oh, the movie Ever After. I forgot she was in Ever After. Everybody go see Ever After. So, and then there was also Peter Quixote. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He played the part of Keys. So, I know he is a somewhat well-known actor. I just can't think of anything that I would have seen him in. Let me look it up really, really fast here. Okay, so going back to Henry Thomas, I forgot he was in Fire in the Sky, so people would know him from that movie. I have not seen it. That was an alien movie that came out in the '90s that was pretty popular. So, anyways, back to Peter Quixote. I think that's how it looks like coyote, but that is not how you pronounce it. So he was in A Bitter Moon. He was in A Walk to Remember. He played Reverend Sullivan. And he was, and what else did I name? It was something I've heard of. I forgot. Oh yes, Patch Adams. How can I forget that? The Doctor movie with Robin Williams.
Nope.
So now, E.T., the story is very, very simple here. Where did you come from? Well, I guess he phoned home to the right state. He came to the Sunshine State. So yes, it will be very bright, but you forgot your jacket because it's going to be very, very cold. I would not walk around like that if I were you. So, and there's no Reese's Pieces in this house because I'm allergic to peanuts. This guy is not going to like it here at all. So, and there's no beer in the fridge. So, no beer for you either. So,
There's vodka in the freezer. You have that.
well, that'll do more damage. So, anyway, so the story is that a nice little rocket ship lands. I wonder if it's the same rocket ship that Steven Spielberg used for, what was that? Well, I'll have to think of the name earlier. It's something of the. Oh my God, how can I not think of that? Sorry, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. How I forgot that, I don't know. But maybe it's because I didn't really like it a whole lot. And yes, Steven Spielberg, I'm so sorry that he has his dirty little hands in almost every single movie that I own. And he directed this one. What do you want me to do?
Give me a list. I'll give it Robin movies. I'm thinking of his name.
No, there's a lot of movies he's done, and there's a lot of good movies that he's done. So I can't help that. He's not in every video we do. He did not do Where the Fart Is. No, Heart. I'm sorry. I'm sure that he also did Double Mommy as well. So, so Steven Spielberg, I'm sorry to say, yes, I'm sorry. He did a lot of movies. I wonder if he also used the same neighborhood that he did in the movie The Poltergeist. I forgot to look this up because they do look very, very similar. So, Steven Spielberg, who should need no introduction,
But does, because I don't know who he is.
he did the Indiana Jones movies.
Never seen them.
I believe he even had his hands in Star Wars some
Never
way.
seen them.
Jaws.
Never seen it.
Jurassic Park. Those movies. Saving Private Ryan.
Never seen it.
And I'll just leave it there. So he has done a lot, and obviously in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So,
Never seen it.
so like I said, so a spaceship lands and drops ET off, and of course our little scummy government decides to get involved, chase the extraterrestrial around, and the spaceship has to leave him, unfortunately, on Earth. Poor little guy.
How did you get back home?
I'm not going to tell the end of the movie. That wouldn't be very nice. So the whole thing here is he is somehow Elliot has to hide this alien from everybody, which is his mother. He tries to hide him from his siblings. That doesn't work. So it's just a lot of interesting little obstacles until he can buy enough time where he can get his little friend home. Because believe me, you don't want to live on this planet too much longer. So now I will show the first clip, and it's the unfortunate accident of leaving the poor little guy behind. So I will show that clip in just a second. Well, I think our first clip is going to get cut in more ways than one. I'm not sure who owns this. I will find out. Um, so this is the first clip here, where obviously the spaceship lands. I believe ET went a little bit too far. He was curious, which tells me that he's very intelligent, and he looks at the nice little neighborhood below. The problem is, our government likes to stick its nosy little their nose into everything, and that is also alien visitors. They probably saw the ship land, and they decided to look and see what was up. So they chase them, and of course, the spaceship goes up. So it decides to visit Elliot's house. So now we will show the first encounter between the alien and Elliot. I'm sure it will go over really, really well. So I will show that clip in just a second. Well, here's the first encounter between Elliot and ET. And I think they scare each other, but ET looks like he just met Rosie O'Donnell. So Elliot is obviously he's never seen anything like this before, and I don't think the alien or ET has either. Sorry, I will call him ET. I guess that is what they named him. So now we will see the second encounter. So this you get a better shot of what ET does look like. He kind of looks like a big, fat, frumpy little creature. Just that seems like he has trouble walking. He kind of looks like Andy Reid of the Kansas City Chiefs. Only actually he moves a little bit better, and he doesn't have to hold on to every little thing just to keep his balance. So I will show that clip in just a second. So this is encounter number 2, and I do love the little waddle up to the blanket, and he is using. I forgot why he's got the Reese's Pieces. Probably didn't want them when he figured out that these seem fake and I shouldn't be eating these. But he gives them back to Elliot regardless. I think this is how he starts to communicate. So, next, Elliot is hiding him in his bedroom. He introduces him to some of his toys. He tries to eat one of his toy cars. He shows how he feeds the fish, and then he's trying to teach them that how they use money, which is just going to go way over his head. He did sort of pick up on the food thing, only he tried to eat one of his cars and not the Pez. Maybe he thought the car was a safer option. So now ET actually tried to use an umbrella, and apparently it scared him. So he is under a pile of stuffed animals. So Elliot is now bringing him food. So I will now show the next clip of the buried in stuffed animals scene. I will show that in just a second.
Too much excitement, huh? Want a Coke?
Well, here he is underneath a bunch of stuffed animals. So it was the umbrella that did end up scaring him. So speaking of scared, now he's going to show his older brother the alien. So this will be the second person that we get to see. He just got back from football practice. So the interesting thing is about his brother is that he plays Dungeons and Dragons and plays football. Usually you don't see that. Usually it's one or the other. So this is kind of interesting. I do like how they have a football player playing Dungeons and Dragons. So I will show that clip of his brother in just a second. So I was a little wrong on this. So he does show the brother, but the sister comes in and she screams like she just came back from an Ethel Merman concert. So she is terrified. I did like how E.T. was running after her with his arms raised. I thought that was just absolutely hilarious. I actually forgot about that part. So we had to throw it in. Hopefully, none of these clips get cut. But Steven Spielberg could be one of those greedy little people, too, that do not want his clips shown. I have no idea. So the next scene, E.T. does some of his little magic tricks where he likes to throw things up in the air without actually touching it. So I will show that part in just a second.
What's happening?
I don't know what it is with these movies that I am reviewing tonight, but it seems like that everybody is just doing excessive screaming. Well, it isn't that bad. If it was a movie today, it would be a million times worse because that's all they do is yell and scream. So, I guess the balls hitting the floor, I guess, kind of just made Elliot jump. I didn't think it was a
No,
big
his
deal.
screaming is why they hit the floor.
Is that why they hit the floor? I thought they just okay. I guess him screaming for whatever reason. Um, well, like I said, they are much worse in today's movies. This was just a little yelp, I guess. But there's a lot of screaming going on here. So now I will show the next scene here. He would be very helpful, especially if somebody was growing flowers or if there was dead raspberries when somebody forgot to water them. ET would be great to have around. So I will show the next clip in just a second. Well, so this is so the flowers are nicely bloomed now. So he took care of those. I would really like him to I would love it if he would be around for stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. If a plant life dies or you have a cut on your finger, yeah, he can actually heal that. He would be a very helpful little thing to have around. Except, now there is some flaws to this as well. So him and Elliot are now connected because they touched fingers. So you will see what I mean in the next clip. ET decides to walk around the house, and this is interesting because what I read online is this part was actually done by a kid that was actually born without legs. So he is using his hands to actually walk around on this kitchen floor in a ET suit. So I will show that clip in just a second.
As we get started with the dissection, remember that the things that you are writing down one thing that you should be looking for during the dissection is to locate the heart.
Well, this is ET getting into the fridge, and apparently he discovered beer. So now I know this is only Coors. It's really hard to get drunk off of it, but he is from another world. His body is obviously not used to this. So he is just stumbling and bumbling around like Robert Downey Jr. So, but because of that, Elliot also feels the effects of being drunk without drinking, and he does so in class. Now I know what you're thinking, that this isn't good for a middle schooler, but I found out from recent years that most of my classmates in middle school were actually already turning into alcoholics. So that's why the teacher probably ignored this behavior. So now I will show the next clip of Elliot cutting himself, and let's see how ET deals with that. He is better than most medical doctors today, anyway. So I will show you that clip in just a second. Well, here is my little guest here. So Stimpy decides to come for the towards the end of the video. So I would love to have an ET around because instead of giving somebody antibiotics for a little cut, he just decides to heal it on his own. How nice. So he helps him with many things. So I don't know what Elliot was doing, touching the sharp part of that blade, but he did. Um, so he's healed now, at least. So now, I apparently I forgot about this part here. I would have done this movie for Halloween, but I forgot. Yes, there is a trick or treating part. So ET decides to go as a ghost. Let's see what happens when the mother decides to take a picture of this little clan here. So I will show that clip in just a second. Well, so they're all set to go trick or treating, and obviously the mother thinks that this is Girdle. What a stupid name. That is underneath the ghost sheet here. But nope, it's ET, so she takes a picture and he falls over. So now they go out trick or treating, and it's quite an experience. He does make groaning noises over every single person that is pretty much dressed up. So obviously this is the scene where he's on the bike with Elliot, and he does end up help Elliot fly his bike across the forest. So I will show that clip in just a second.
It's too bumpy. We'll have to walk from here.
Well, this part's pretty cool. So this is a great way to ride a bike. So he just says they're going to walk. So ET says, "Oh no, we're not going to do that." So they just fly way up there with his bike, and they decide to go all the way over. So now they're going to try to make contact. So I will just show one more clip of their little contraption, and then that'll be it. And I will do my little review on if I recommend this or if I think this is just an overrated piece of dookie. Yes.
Consider how many ET you have. I think someone likes the movie.
Well, maybe I just like the character. We don't know. So, anyways, so I could just like the character. You don't know.
Doubt it.
So, and just for FYI, this thing isn't worth any money. I got it, I think, $40 cheaper than it originally was. So, these are not collectibles, but it's ET. He is cool. That's why I bought him. So,
Didn't they have one at Night Report for $100 or what's in your attic for over $100?
it was what's in your attic for almost $100, and it went down to 40 in a matter of
Well, you already had that one.
4 weeks. No, I mean this went down. No, we got them at 40.
No, just
I'm trying to remember where I left off.
talk about how much ET was.
Oh, yes. Yes, it went way down in price. So, yes, for all those that saying that this thing would be worth a lot of money, it did not happen that way. I think people lost money on these. They don't really do anything. They're just foam, pretty much. But it's fine. It's ET. I was buying it to keep it anyways. It's out of the box. So,
So is everything else wrong?
yeah, exactly. I don't resell stuff that I'm going to. If I do like it, I'm going to keep it, which is what I do with my Nintendo Power magazines as well. So now I will show the final clip of the little contraption that is supposedly going to contact ET's family, which left him to begin with. So I will show that clip in just a second. Now here's the final clip. So there's a little contraption. Now let's see if it works. So they obviously attempt to make contact with their planet. So the mother just finds out that Elliot is not there. And right as she leaves, the government people move in. And I believe this is where Peter Quixote really makes his appearance. It's at the end of the movie. He's not in it long. So, so this is the end of my wonderful ET review. I hope you did enjoy those clips. This is when making these alien movies were actually really cool. There wasn't any of that CG nonsense. Oh, we got sirens. I guess they're out to get me because I bashed the U.S. government on camera. So, whoops. so, oh, when I made fun of the people going after ET. So, so, anyways, yeah, no, they are. I know. I was just joking. So, so obviously they are moving in. They're going to camp out at Elliot's house. Well, Elliot's mom's house, actually. So Elliot does not own a house. So, uh, so they are going to use that. So again, though there isn't any CG in this. This is a person in a person's costume, which is the way that they used to do it. And this was more enjoyable than some stupid computer fake looking thing on camera. So this was an actual actor, and I believe the ET's voice was actually done. I forgot her name. It's something Welsh that is uncredited, but she had such a smoking problem that that's where the voice came from. So that wasn't a enhanced voice or a made up voice. That was somebody's real, actual, raspy voice like that from cigarettes. Aren't those wonderful inventions? So I do highly recommend this movie. This definitely gets an A minus, just like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So this is a definite watch. The writing is very good. Spielberg probably borrowed stuff from his other movies and put it into this one, but that's what makes it Spielberg like. I guess that's what makes it cool. So, and everything in this is pretty realistic. And why are you shaking your head? No.
Try to do what you
Yes, well, this is good. This is not one of those princess movies. This is this is E.T. This is a nice original idea that Spielberg had. So this was actually about, and from what I saw on those bonus feature scenes when I was looking for a trailer, just a simple plain trailer, I got Spielberg's take on this. I guess he wanted to talk about his parents' divorce, and he threw it into this movie pretty much. So so this is one you can watch as a family. Again, there's no capes and lasers, but an alien is just as cool. So please watch this movie. Check it out. I don't know what streaming service it is on, if it's on any of them at all. I hope you don't have to rent it. You're just better off buying the DVD for like $5 or $3 or whatever it was. It was very, very inexpensive, and I believe this was purchased at Target, but they don't sell them anymore. So good luck with that. So you'll probably have to go on eBay or go on some other site that sells the DVDs. Amazon will do it, but normally you pay up for it. So, so please comment below, subscribe if you want, and thank you very much for watching.